Infosys founder Narayana Murthy and Rajya Sabha MP Sudha Murthy have declined to take part in Karnataka's ongoing caste and social survey. And legally, they are well within their rights. But the couple's reason for saying no is that they don't belong to any backward class, so their participation will not help the government. This has triggered a larger debate. Because the survey is not just about identifying who is backward, it is about understanding the entire social structure. Who holds privilege, who is left behind, and how opportunities are distributed across communities. It is not a head count of poverty, it's a map of privilege. And unless the so-called forward groups also participate, that map will always be incomplete. So the purpose is not to label people, but to collect data on inequality itself. Because understanding backwardness also means understanding who is not backward and why. Earlier surveys showed why this matters. They found how small upper caste groups, who make up barely 2 to 3% of the population, had a disproportionately large share in elite education and government jobs. That's the kind of imbalance the new survey hopes to measure. But dominant caste groups have long opposed these exercises. Multiple petitions in the High Court called the survey intrusive and biased. The court, however, did not stay the survey, but it said participation must remain voluntary, and that data collected should not be shared with the government until the case is decided. Since then, several political leaders, especially from upper caste backgrounds, including BJP MPs like Pralhad Joshi and Tejasvi Surya, have urged people to refuse participation. And that's where the Murthy statement hit harder. Because this isn't just about personal choice. Sudha Murthy is a Rajya Sabha member, a public representative entrusted with upholding constitutional values. So when a lawmaker says a survey meant to map inequality won't help, activists call this a moral failure rather than a legal one. They argue that social justice cannot work if those at the top of the hierarchy see it as someone else's problem. Caste data isn't for backward groups alone. It's about measuring privilege and ensuring representation that reflects reality. So yes, the Murthys did have the right to say no, but the reason they gave tells a deeper story, that privilege often sees itself outside the problem, even when it is part of the picture. And that's it for today. I am Azifa Fatima and this is ShortCut, where we break down what matters in under 3 minutes. Stay tuned for the next one.